All right, my people. This is the intro for day 21. Awaken the Creator within. God mode. Day 21, we wrap it up today with God mode. God mode is you're not the creator, or let me rephrase that. You're not a creation only of God. You are a fractal antenna of God. Now it's time to learn how to activate it. My brothers and sisters, it is time for God mode. See, God mode is a culmination of the last 21 days that we've just went through. God mode is the cosmic blueprint that unlocks the inner creator that's hidden inside of the soul. The soul has a desire or an urge. Source code has placed a particle or a part of him, her, or itself inside of every human and wombed man on earth. But many of us, we have not activated the divine spark or the R spark. It is lying dormant. So instead of us just worshiping God, we should be acting like, we should be being, we should be expressing, exposing, and expanding ourselves as God on earth. In other words, there's nothing wrong with worshiping God or source, but you also should exude. You should create a mind that is the vibrational equivalent of source code on earth. That's God mode. God mode consists of 7 modalities that's inside of the book and inside of the audio program. Again, cost is $99 to get the book as well as the audio that accompanies the book that goes through the 7 keys. Key number 1, you are the fragment of source code. So we get into and we break down what some people call this holographic universe that we're in. In other words, inside of each and every one of us, as I just mentioned, is a piece of the whole. So the entirety of the Godhead is inside of you, operating as you, manifesting through you. And so look at the fact that you are the fragment, or you are a fragment of source. That's the micro of the macro, over understanding. So we break that down. Part 2, we destroy the lie of separation. There is this idea that we are all separated from source code, but we are all together. We're all part. We're all pieces of, if you want to use that term, of God. So we are all individual expressions of God on earth. So you're a part of God, I'm a part of God. There is no separation. I'm your reflection. You're my reflection. You're my mirror. I'm your mirror. We're all part of this universal cosmic consciousness. Number 3 of the 7 keys is how to activate the God code. We've been breaking down the God code. We broke down the alpha code. We broke down the source code. We broke down your frequency code. We broke down the soul frequency. We've said it 1,000 different ways, but at the end of the day, we've got to understand how to activate the God code, how to activate the alpha code inside of you. We're going to break that down. Part 4, we break down that thoughts are portals. We want to really delve into a deeper level of awareness of every thought that you have opens the door. Thoughts are portals, but they are portals, again, to the divine realm, because there's only one realm. But there are illusions of other realms. There's this illusion of separation based upon this game that you're playing with yourself. So we've got to break down that you have thoughts, but you're not thoughts. So those thoughts are opening doors that are taking you places that you're not supposed to go. So we're going to break that down. Why these thoughts are coming and where they're coming from, and how for you to reject those thoughts and to oscillate and vibrate in part 1. You are the fragment of source. Part 2, that's a lie that that you're separated from source. Step 3, you have to activate source code inside of you. Step 4, thoughts or portals that you can take you away from source. Step 5, we got to stop praying and start commanding. We got to do what the Bible says, and the Bible says that you're supposed to call those things that are not as though they were. You're supposed to declare and decree, homie. So we got to get out of P-R-E-Y. You're not P-R-E-Y. You are a predator. You are a predator. So you predate this dimension, brother. You predate this dimension, sister. However, many of us choose to bow down and we choose to be prey. So you got to stop being prey. You got to start being predator. You got to start being predator. Step 5. Step 6, we must go from worship to creation. We must, again, it's not either or for some of my Christians out there. It's ability to understand that it's never A or B, it's always C. So we're spending too much time with A. We need to go on to B and C. So A is we spend our time with worship and watching. So we got to go on to creating a creation. So we got to go from just worship and being a observer. Nothing wrong with it. But you don't want to just stop there. You are an individual expression of source code. So in addition to being a worshiper and a watcher, you can move on and become a creator of a creation. You can literally be a creator as well. So again, we want to break that down. Then last but not least, we want to give you my Godmode protocol, the daily step by step action steps that you should take to totally oscillate and vibrate in God mode. God mode, again, is a life-transforming way of thought or thinking that's similar to what we talked about yesterday when we broke down the law of divine provisions. And once you understand that law, whoa, you talk about your cookies being blown, you're no longer in struggle now. When you're in the divine provisions, now you really understand that, hold up, why am I over here fighting and trying to force something to happen that's already been done? So God mode is a whole new level of awareness that all your needs are met according to His riches and glory. Sure, you got to participate. Faith not works dead, but you participate through faith, belief. So this concept, again, that's rooted in all of the biblical, especially the biblical narrative, but all narratives, is the ability that source code is a supreme provider. Source code takes care of his creation. So everything that source code created provides. Again, at this level of awareness, you're not trying to find a way to make ends meet any longer. That's already been done. Your job now is to let go of effort and to embrace divine provisions. That's, again, God mode. It is a modality. It is a mode of thinking where divine provisions, that shiznit is your birthright, homie. You're a child of the king. You're chosen. You're set apart. You're a joint heir. You're a royal priest. It is a higher level of awareness when you get away from Podunk, Texas. It's an understanding that when you've seen me, you've seen source code. Now, for some folk, that's the point of the class. That's the over understanding, get you to a level of awareness. That's God mode protocol. To stop and to start. The way you stop is to start, the way you start is to stop. So we're going through those 7 layers of awareness inside the book and the audio, day 21 of 21. Again, join us. Cost is $99 to pick up the book and the audio that accompanies the book, as I reveal, explain, illuminate, and simplify the highest level of the game. This is the cream de la cream. This is day 21 of our 21-day series. We get to wrap everything up. And as we finish this, we're going right into, again, establishing an entirely new, let's use the word frequency, wave, verb, vibration, that allows you as an individual expression of source code to operate in a space or in a place, especially because of everything that's going on in the world today. Now it's time to become the thing that you, let's use the word borrowed for lack of a better term. Now is the time. This is not, where we're going next is not, it's no longer a class. Now it's an activation. It's a call to action. Because remember, each and every one of us have been given everything that we need for life and godliness. You already got it. So if you're broke, it's because you're living like a creation instead of living like a creator. So God didn't put you here to worship. God put you here to command. You are supposed to declare and decree, to call those things that are not as though they were. That's your job. That's God mode. And again, I have to warn you, this is a powerful new way of processing, because now you're not a servant, you're not a follower. You are literally activating your DNA, because what you're tapping into is this cosmic revelation of your mission, your true decoded, your true destiny that is buried below or underneath, is covered by your blood. But when you remove the blood, you unlock and you activate the DNA and the magnetite and the calcite crystals inside of the blood. Again, this is how you are able to activate the cosmic blueprint. This is how you are able to activate the divine intelligence and your eternal health. Your body is the bio-temple of God. This is cellular photonic food. Phonons and photon nutrition. Phonon and photon nutrition. You now have God mode. You get out of doing shiznits the demonic way, or using a demonic system that's based upon, working with your back instead of working with your divine inheritance. It's time to shatter the slavery mindset. It's time to operate with sacred commerce, the money of source code. It's time to build your heaven before you transition. You're supposed to work while it is day. Use your imagination, your imagination. This is the tool that you are using to establish heaven on earth. We are going to hack into the soul. We're going to rewire the reticular activating system and bypass the trauma-induced mind control. This book and this class is your 144 linguistical epigenetic resonance activation 432 cellular frequency word pattern unlocking crystallization code. Did you get all that? Basically, this is your genetic divinity. My brothers and my sisters, these are the 7 cosmic keys. We bring it down tonight. God mode. Join me. $99. Let's go. No more play. Holla at your boy.